Hi everybody, for today's video we are using for the first time the Pat McGrath Mothership II Sublime palette. Look at that, I think it's so big. It's really expensive too. For today, yeah, it's gonna be a sort of first impression, but also I want to see like from right off the bat if I am super excited and if it worth the hype, worth the price, because yeah, this is a damn expensive palette. First of all, when you see the packaging, gorgeous, beautiful work. I only got one palette, and excuse me, but it was really expensive. So you have this little opening system that I really like. I think it's very nice. And it's so dark already outside, so I'm sorry if the light is not the greatest. So then you open the package, and oh, I just love that photo. I don't know who's the artist. Then here is the palette. Beautiful. Already has my fingerprints on it. So this is the palette. Yeah, you can see my ring light, you can see everything. Black, like a black mirrored front, and then at the back you have this gold. I heard other YouTubers complaining about the fact that you don't see the name of the palette at the back. So anyway, it's made in Italy, distributed by Pat McGrath Cosmetics New York. Then you have these little inscriptions, Pat McGrath Lab, the L for the lab, I assume, and then you have a crown and the sort of Egyptian eye. The details are here, but then like you can see my fingerprints already. Anyway, very heavy palette as well. You don't have the names inside the palette, but you have a little cardboard here with the names on it. Yeah, I assume if you want to know which palette it is, just write at the back like Mothership II Sublime, and then you keep the cardboard. I'm gonna keep the box anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me, but maybe for some people, yeah, it's important. I think Pat McGrath gave more importance to the aesthetic, and when you're an artist, yeah, you give more importance to the appearance, the aesthetic of your object than like putting names, and then it kind of ruins like the whole idea of like something very pure. It's very luxurious when you see that mirror. It's, yeah, very beautiful, like a double mirror or a cut mirror. I'm not sure how you call that. But I haven't removed yet the plastic, the film, but you have a protective plastic. And then you have 10 eyeshadows. So right off the bat, I think there are only 2 mattes, and then you have some pearlescent one, shimmery ones, duochromes, and that gold really looks like different from the other shadows, like the texture. I don't know if you see, but it looks like it's almost textured. So you get a nice black, then a kind of icy iridescent. So let's go for swatches. I am actually losing my voice. Went to bar class this morning. Oh my, she killed me. Going to do the Stephanie Nicole's way. If you don't know Stephanie Nicole's, she's a big YouTuber and she does very in-depth reviews on palettes and skincare products, like makeup or skincare. Alright, so I'm gonna go with the finger first onto the black. That is pigmented. I'm gonna take my brush. And obviously you can build in the color, but this is how it's swatching right away. And then I'm gonna go a duochrome live, and then I'll do proper swatches and get back to you. Oh wow, look at that. VR Nectar. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Okay, so with the finger, beautiful, and my camera doesn't pick up like the full like duochrome aspect, but it's beautiful what I see in my mirror right now or live. Oh wow, so it really shifts from like a beautiful sparkly rose to almost lime gold. I'm gonna go with a synthetic brush. I'm not a pro for swatches, guys, once again. Okay, I'm gonna take my Morphe M224 synthetic brush. But I believe like those shadows, the best is like the finger, honestly. Finger and brush. Alright, so what I ended up doing is like for the matte shades I only use my finger and the brush swatch, but for the shimmery shades and metallics I used my finger, dry brush, and also a wet brush, just to show you the difference. We're gonna start with the black one. So this is Extreme Black, a gorgeous black, very pigmented. With a brush, of course, you don't have as much payoff as with the finger, but it's still really pigmented. Then Skin Show Glow, honestly, between you and me, I'm like, nah, I don't know. On its own, I'm not super impressed. I'm waiting to see how it will look on top of a black shadow or another eyeshadow to tell you my final thoughts, but right now I'm not that impressed. Then you have the brown shade called Dark, and this is a very pretty plum brown, I would say, very pigmented, and it's swatched really well both with the finger or the brush, the dry brush. Then you have a very pretty color, copper toned. It's swatched really well with the finger, obviously. With the dry brush it's a little bit more subtle, and this is with a wet brush. Then you have another very pretty shade I really like, and it's called Rose Dusk. On the pan it looks almost plum, but it's really like an old English rose, I would say. Very pretty, and well, it's swatched beautifully with the finger. Dry brush, not so much, and then the wet brush, it works great. The one everybody's excited about, Blitz Emerald. It looks really green on camera right now, but if I turn, I don't know if you can see, but it has a black base and lots of purple glitters in it. So it shifts from like a nice green to purple, very pretty, with a black base. Beautiful with a finger, and this I think you just don't bother, just use your finger. Dry brush, not great, and then the wet brush, similar to the finger, but I think the finger wins. Then another beautiful color is that bronze. It's like a golden bronze, and oh my, so when you swatch it, when you dip your finger in the pan, it feels really dry, but it's actually very pigmented when you swatch it with a finger. Barely pays off with a dry brush, and then the wet brush works really well too, but like finger, so impressive. Then you have VR Nectar, the first shade I showed you when I was doing the live swatch. Very pretty color that shifts from a lime golden green to a light like pink dust sparkle. Very interesting shade, like very pretty. Would be beautiful on top of a lot of looks or just on its own. And then you have Astral Ghost Orchid, that white icy shade. So it's white pink icy color. It works great with a wet brush, but I think you will see the most of its potential on top of another shadow that is either the black one or like a dark shadow. These are the 10 colors, the 10 shades of the Pat McGrath Mothership II Sublime palette. And so far, yeah, I'm excited, but I'm not like, wow, like it worth the price. Like I paid for these shades, and like they're so unique. So, like the black is great. I really like these colors here. They're very neutral, very wearable. And that green for sure is very interesting. I'll be curious actually to compare it to the one in the Prism palette. Then, well, that bronze is pretty, and these ones I'm telling you, wait and see what it does on top of other shadows. So yeah, I'm like, right now, it's beautiful. The packaging is amazing. It's breathtaking. The palette feels really heavy. It feels really, I don't like to say that, but they're expensive. You can feel that you pay for it. Let's get onto the eyes. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. My lids are prepped with a little bit of Target tape. I didn't put too much, and I just set it with a Bourjois loose powder. Hopefully it will be good. I'm gonna try not to get all the shadows on my sweater. Well, I'm going to use exclusively that palette. I'm not gonna dig into another palette, although let's be real, very often you will need your matte shadows, your transition shade. Most of people have their own like favorite crease shades, so play by the rules today and use that palette just to show you the potential of it if you decide to go with it. Because for $170 Canadian dollars, well, you want to be able just to use that palette, right? And not to have to dig into another one. Well, the only two mattes, let's be real, are the black and the brown. You know what, I'm gonna start with the brown very lightly. I'm barely tapping my brush because, well, I'm working it as a transition shade. Okay, really pigmented. And I honestly, so I got this one during the VIB Rouge sales, and I could not decide. I didn't know which one to get. They're all very pretty. I was very tempted by the Mothership one because of that blue. But then I'm like, I'm more like a warm tone colors girl, so I will get more use of that one. Okay, so right off the bat, it blends really, really easily. And it's not catastrophic as a transition shade. And I'm using a Sephora Pro Featherweight Crease Brush number 38. Very soft brush. Like the bristles on that one. I think what I'm gonna do for today, I'm gonna do like a first, like, I'm gonna stop midway, halfway, and show you like more wearable look, and then we'll get a little bit dramatic, adding one of those like crazy colors. And I want to show you like, the potential of that palette for a first impression. And obviously, if you want me to do like a 3 looks 1 palette or 6 eyes for 1 palette, like let me know down below, and if everybody wants that, I'll do it. If you want it to be light, just grab your brush like further towards the end. It allows you to be lighter, and then if you want something more precise, get closer. It's a little trick. You can build in the color very easily. Pretty color, blends really well. So far, so good. I'm gonna go to that Rose Dusk. Put it on top of a brown in the outer corner and drag it into my crease. Doesn't matter if it goes a little bit on the lid. Yeah, this is a very, very pretty color. I really like that. So it will be a very pretty look for fall, winter. If you want to do a vampy look too. There's a big demand for like glam vampy look, but like soft vampy look. That would be really pretty. It's a very, very pretty color. I try to use as many colors as I can, guys, without being too messy. I'm gonna go to the color Iconic. Oh, that one feels almost creamy with the brush. It's funny. Okay, and I'm gonna go all over the lid with it. And it's very, very pretty, very wearable. Something that would be pretty if you do a smoky eye as well. Put that in the middle, you know, for a sort of pillow. I like that. This color is actually very pretty, like Iconic. Very pretty. I'm gonna go with my finger. Feels really soft too. So that's Iconic. For a look, I could just leave it like that and add a little bit of liner, mascara, and I will call it a day. I think it's very pretty. Really happy with how the colors blend together. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit. But we're gonna go a little bit more dramatic, I'm trying on like the Natasha Denona Foundation X that I got a little sample of. The color was really good, but I think it looks a little bit too powdery on me. So they didn't have like the glow foundation, like she has another foundation that is lighter. They didn't have it in store, so I couldn't try it on, but like this one looks a little bit too powdery for my dry skin. Anyway, back to the palette. For now, I think I'm gonna use that Skin Show Glow, the one I was not really impressed swatching it. I'm gonna put it in the inner corner. I'm gonna use one of my little Luxie brush that I got in my BoxyCharm. Okay, it looks way more pink on my eyes than it looked when I swatched it. Okay, you know what? It's actually pretty. As an inner corner, I'm sure would be pretty on top of a dark shadow. Swatching it, it wasn't like the most exciting thing. No, I like that actually. Pretty. Okay, so we're gonna go for a little drama, although I really like it like that. You know what? I'm gonna do the under my eyes actually. Very pretty peachy shade. Pinching my brush so it's like flatter. Little trick when you don't want to take 100 brushes when you go on a trip. Alright, and then I'm gonna go to that iconic shade that I really like. I really want to use that green, but I think I'm gonna, you know, everybody used it. I think their first impression, so I'll keep it for another look and I will use it. I will pair it with a black actually, but for today I'm gonna use that VR Nectar. Yeah. VR Nectar. Look at that. So beautiful. I'm gonna put it in the center of my eyes without any glitter glue base. Oh, that's so pretty. I hope my camera does pick up that because it's beautiful. Shoot. See, until now I was like, yeah, no, it's beautiful, it's very pretty, but it's so expensive. And now I see that and I'm like, okay. Jeez, look at that. And you know what? It's not even that intense on camera, sadly. It is like a million micro glitters that sparkles, like it shoots from that golden lime glitter to that very pretty salmon and not magenta but pink pink glitter. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna wet my finger just to see if there is a difference. I'm gonna go on the other side. No, it's the same. It works perfectly with a dry finger. Oh my goodness. Oh, I hope it gives you a good idea of how beautiful this is. This is stunning. I'm gonna do the very weird thing when like the Natasha Denona models, like every time they roll their eyes, like closing their eyes. It's so weird, but it's basically this on your eyelid. Here you can really see like how it shifts like from the pink to the green. Oh! I've been a little bit messy, so I'm just gonna go back with a blending brush onto my crease with a brown shade. And I'm actually going to intensify the outer corner. You know what, I'm gonna use a black actually. Very light-handed, just one tap. Super easy to blend, that black. Extreme black. Okay, my camera overheated it, but that black blends super well and you can intensify very easily, like without it looking like messy. So what I'm doing right now is like I'm going from like a daytime to party time look just to show you. And oh, look at it's so easy to work with that black. Shoot, it's maybe the best black I've ever used. I'm gonna go again with the brown just to make that transition with the black a little bit more soft and seamless. And yeah, we're basically now working on a sort of a smoky glitter, super glam look. Honestly, yeah, I'm super impressed. Okay, I'm gonna use a little bit of the black on my lower lash line. Barely tap my brush in the pan, so pigmented. Iconic again, just to make that a little bit softer. Alright guys, well I think I'm gonna stop here. I don't want to ruin the look. I think it's very beautiful, like very glam. Right now, wow, it's gonna be even more intense and beautiful with my liner that I'm gonna put right away. The eye pencils, and I've been using already the black coffee. So good, so good. Well, for this look, I'm gonna use the extreme black, and once again, look at the packaging. So pretty, such a good job. Like this is amazing. This must have been expensive too, so I believe the price, yeah, it makes it special, right? This is what makes the difference too. But well, obviously the quality is here. So you have that eye pencil, and it comes with, so at the other end of the box, it comes with a sharpener, which I like, I appreciate that. Permagel Ultra Glide Eye Pencil, Crayons Yeux, Extreme Black. So the same name as the black in the palette. And this is how it looks like. And then there it is. So I'm gonna put it in my waterline, and I'm gonna tightline with it as well. It is pigmented as the other one, the black coffee. Voila, super pigmented, and it lasts on the eyes, like in the waterline, for a long time, because I've been wearing the other color and they're very good. Alright, so I'm gonna put on some mascara, do a little touch up on my face, and I'll be right back. And that is the final look for that first time playing with the Pat McGrath Mothership Sublime palette, Mothership II. Well, I am not disappointed. I was, until now, you know what, it took me time to actually film the video because I was like, oh my god, I'm scared I'm not gonna like it. The swatches, they're good, but they're not convincing. It's not what convinced me. It's really playing with the shadows on my eyes, on my eyelids. Like, this is totally different. You need to put them on top of each other's, like you need to pair them, and honestly, it's such a pleasure. It's so satisfying to see how easy it is to blend. They're pigmented, they're very soft. Yeah, no, I really like the palette. I show you guys how to create like something very soft, and actually that brown is very nice to work in the crease as a transition shade. I was a little bit timid with it, and obviously you can, like, maybe next time I'll pair it like with one of my like favorite transition shades, but it worked great. This shadow is just fantastic. I am so impressed by it, and I almost wish you would do an entire palette just with like this kind of formula. But once again, people will be unhappy because they don't have their mattes or whatever. But me, like, I will buy more of these. Like, just even like, well, single, it was gonna be like so expensive, so I don't want to think about it. But if she had another palette with more of these, and this is why I'm tempted to buy the other ones, this is such an amazing, unique formula. I can't get over it. This is so pretty, guys, and I know the camera doesn't make it justice. It's, I don't know, can you see? I'm like winking at you. It's just I want you to see so bad what I see in my mirror right now. Maybe with my flashlight you will see a little bit better what I'm talking about. Look at that. It's beautiful, and yes, I didn't put false lashes. Sorry, but I'm one of those persons. I like it. It looks great when you put them on, but I honestly don't wear eyelashes like every day. So I am just astonished, and I love how you can go from that very subtle, intense, but very soft, pinkish, purplish, smoky. I love like this color and this one are like, they're beautiful. That brown is beautiful, that black blends like butter, crazy. So these colors, iconic. I love iconic. So when I started just with these 4 shades, like that was beautiful. And then like just to intensify the look for the night, for the evening, like with the black and with this one, your nectar. Oh, so beautiful. It's, yeah. Well, and the palette like is heavy duty, guys, like it's heavy. Yeah, that is the finished look, and that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this look. What do you think? Would you like me to do a 3 looks 1 palette with this one? Would you like me to do 6 eyes? You know, one side different every time, like 3 times, like with 2 different eyes. I got this little guy. Look at that, it's so pretty. And that's the Liquid Lust 007 or 007 in the version Skin Show. Stay tuned because I'm going to do a review lip swatches with the different options very soon with this little guy right here. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on my Instagram, my other social media. Everything is listed on my main page, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!